Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Here we are back at it. Monday the 17th here. Couldn't be more stinking excited. Let's see what the heck this market actually brings for us today. So, looking at our 1 hour here, Friday, we kind of dipped down a little bit Friday, grabbed some liquidity, and then rocket shipped up. Just moon blasted there. We had a little bit of dip into the end of day Friday, though, of course. Sunday, we've been blasting up once again up until our early morning, 4 a.m. here, and now we've just been sinking. So these are kind of the levels that we're starting to watch. We do have a lot of targets above, though. We have, London low directly above, London high. We have our Asian sessions completely, right above us there as well. For the downside, I was kind of targeting this wick. So since we broke this wick here, I feel like we're almost in no man's land. Obviously, we want to wait until market opens, which is another minute and a half here to kind of see what reactions we have. But I could see us at the very least sinking down to 951. If we break 951, obviously we got our wick down there at 870. Bodies down here at 711. Or of course, we could do our previous day low, 627. So, as always, though, we don't want to jump and rush in too early. Let's see. Also, super excited about my brand new logo here. Look at that. Just created that last night. But we have 30 seconds until market opens. Here's all of our screens here as well. So SPX has a whole bunch of imbalances to the upside. We don't really have data on Qs or Qs or IWM until the market opens here. But man, based on this so far, I almost feel like we're just gonna rip down. We're below VWAP, we're below all the EMAs. We kind of broke that 1 hour, I don't know, support zone. Thanks, Brian. It is a sweet logo, right? Shoot, thanks, ChatGTP. All right, so are we going to break? So again, kind of our target might be like that 951 area. Just want to make sure this isn't a fake out though. But again, we've been downtrending pretty solidly since really Monday morning. Sunday night we popped up a little bit. Now we've just been kind of retracing. Man, based on this, it really seems like she just wants to sink. I would hate to jump in early. We're only 30 seconds in. Yeah, let's not make that mistake. So that level 953, I mean, there you go. We're hitting it right there. We're tapping it right there. Are we going to get a bounce? We only have 10 seconds left on this candle. Let's see what kind of reaction we get. Hey, good luck, driving obsession. Heck yeah, man. Let's do this stinking thing. Let's do it. Let's do it. So we are getting a reaction push back up, which again is why we don't ever want to just blindly jump into market, even though I do believe the direction, at least at the moment, is down. Again, we have a whole bunch of targets to the upside, though. Pretty good rejection off the EMA touch here, though. If it starts sinking again, that's a real good reaction off that for shorts. Shorts are looking good. SPX is still sinking. Let's see. Qs have a gap to the upside. IWM has a gap to the upside. NVIDIA has a gap to the upside. And we're starting to push up. No way. We got faked out with that little wick, huh? I mean, 932, first two candles, crazy. If we break this, which we did, we're in. We have one target directly above it. Otherwise, we're going to scale our targets today and see how it goes. Now, just like this came down and broke, it could almost be the same thing. We're just getting our bulls excited here. But based on what we're seeing so far, put a couple stops at the bottom of this wick, a couple stops down here. Come on. So we really needed to break this. If it breaks these wicks, we have 3 seconds left of this candle. Then we should start popping up pretty good. First price target is right at the top of these candles here. Oh, it just got hit there. Nice. Very nice. You know what? We're going to start moving these stops to... 2 of these stops are going to be at break even here. That's a little bit early, but again, that's just such a huge wick going into it. All right, 2 are out. There we go. Trailing 1. Starting to trail the second one too, because this is just our first trade of the day, so we might as well get some profit out of it. All right, up 100 on the day so far. That's not a terrible start. Well, 79 on the day, guys. 79. I really wanted to let this one run, but look at that stinking wick, or this candle. I mean, this is a 70-point candle. 70-point candle. You don't necessarily want to hold that for too long. Now, we did break these bodies right here, so that's a pretty darn good sign. It looks like we're starting to form another bull flag here. Ooh, and she's pushing. So let's go to the 1 hour really quick just to remind ourselves. So London low target 167, still 70 points from now. Asian low 227. So we have a lot of room to go up. We have 15 seconds left here of our 5-minute candle. So this is our 5-minute opening range so far. Boom, boom. I'd say if we, let's see, 3 seconds left to solidify it. If we keep pushing, this might just be a good old solid update, at least for the morning. Morning session might just be ripping up, which our bull flag's still playing out. I would like to see this come back down and touch this EMA here. And then we can kind of join the party again. Again, your stop would be, it's a bigger stop though, 40-point stop. He basically wants to come down here. We can rejoin maybe, stop 40 points down. It's looking good. How many seconds left? 20 seconds left in this candle. Still pushing. Kind of at this consolidation zone here.
Stay down.
EMA's curled up good though. And we're still pushing at 100. We're still pushing at 100. Can we break through 114? It seems like it. Thinking about rejoining the party here. Yeah, we're going to go in again. All right, so targets being, we got 1 here at 141, 1 here at 172. What was our London low again? London low is 168. Target our 168, London low. Just going to kind of fan them out a little bit today. Stops, unfortunately, again, they're larger stops. They're way the heck down here. Come on, keep pushing here. I mean, we're up 15 points on it now. I'm going to take 1 off at 15 points. Man, I would love this to pop, though. It should go. At this point, it should go. We're going to bring our stops, 2 of them to underneath this candle so they're in profit. And then 2 of them at break even. So this is just 100% free trade for us now. Let's see how much we can milk it. I mean, holy geez, guys, this is my first time really messing around with 5 micros like this. Usually I do minis, but it's just been so volatile lately. Look at this. And we're banging price targets right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, all right, all right. We're gonna leave one run way the heck up here. Holy jeez, though, guys. Let me see. One stop, one stop, one stop. What was our price? I mean, we hit the London low, so it's probably going to come back down. That's okay if we get stopped out, though. What a trade, guys. That's not a bad trade. Let's see if we can, if we get wicked out, whatever. That's fine. Look at that. Two trades in, only using micros. We're up $497 on the day. I guess micros is better for us. I mean, man, I was using minis the other day and just the size of these candles, it's hard for you to really hold a trade. Let's see. What was our biggest one there? 114 to 172. Help me do math, guy. Just 60 point ripper. I don't know. That's not bad. Hey, Sod, how we doing, bud? Good to see you. Sorry I missed you. I was kind of locked in there. Not bad though. Ripped all the way up. Kissed our VWAP here. Rejected. Still has a lot of strength to it though. Same thing with SPX. Does have a nice imbalance down here, but we also have an imbalance up here that's so close to being hit. Q's, I mean, gap filled, right? Q's filled its gap. IWM filled its gap. NVIDIA, keep in mind, market leader, hasn't filled its gap yet. So maybe we still have some room to run. On SPX, I mean, yeah, our overnight kind of Sunday high still gives us a lot of room to the upside. Looks like we're starting to form another bull flag here, too. Man, crazy morning so far, though. Want to kind of give it a sec now, see if we get a proper setup again. But honestly, this does seem like a proper setup. The only thing that stinks about it is we're right at VWAP. So sometimes you can have weird reactions off VWAP, but this is fanning out beautifully. We're consolidating just a little bit right here, but we are forming a bull flag. Look at these 5-minute candles. Boom, boom. 5 minutes left until our 15-minute range. We're still pushing though. Not pushing as well. Volume is starting to come down. So just keep all that stuff in mind too. I mean, it looks healthy. It looks like she wants to pop and push. The 1 hour. Thanks, man. Thanks, Sod. Yeah, right. Take a couple days off, enjoy the weekend, all that silliness, and come back with a fresh mind and put a couple nice trades on. This is our brand new Legends account, by the way. So 50,000 account, still got a profit or target a $3,000 profit without losing 2,000. But oh wait, sorry, wrong screen. But we're doing good. So we're up 497 on the day so far. 2 trades in, 100% profitability. Ooh, boobies. Oh, my wife just walked by. She likes when she hears green. Man. All right, so again, phew, I mean, I would love to dive back in. The only thing I don't like is look, EMAs, our 1 hour candles kissing that EMA point, which doesn't say that'll shut it down. We had such good strength. Look at this, boom. Insane to think about. We were talking about on that very first candle shorting today. So, Asian session low, 227, not that far away, really. Um, this is our previous day high, 295. And then London's. So again, we got a lot of targets to the upside. And we got that nice new logo. Look at that. All right, here's that little bit of a retracement we were kind of expecting. Since look at these huge candles, and then the candles started getting a lot smaller, started consolidating. We have a doji candle that's kind of turning red. Not to say we're going down. This is probably just to give us a little bit more liquidity for the bounce back up again. So tap the EMA. Are we going to come down, tap the 21 though? I mean, this is a pretty good consolidation zone. So yeah, 140 is definitely a good springboard. What you got, you nutball? Here you go, just to get you guys all excited. Hold on, what do we got? There they are. There's the squad. We got Betsy right there. Sonny's directly behind her. You just can't see the little devil. And look at that. Bull flag playing out, guys. Bull flag playing out. Still going up. Steel is going up. Yeah. They're just hanging out on the surfboard. Well, on the bar cart. Yeah, look at that. So the EMA ended up being our little springboard. Popped us right up nice. Really nice bull flag. Tap 200, which again, I just people like round numbers, but that shouldn't really be a stopping point. Kind of came to this consolidation zone. Yeah, I gotta imagine we're at least going to the 240s, you would think. But having strong rejection off 200. 30 seconds away from the 15-minute opening range too, so we might want to give that a quick sec. What are you guys feeling today? You think we're going up? You think we're going down? I hope we're not just doing that barcoding shit. I'm done with the barcoding. That was just painful. Man, real strong wicks to the upside still. Volume is all right. MACD, SODS MACD here, starting to lose a little bit of momentum, but we do have some imbalances right below us on SPX. So is this an orb day where it comes basically forms the top of orb, comes down, hits midline, and then kaboom? This is starting to kind of look like a really nice bull flag. But again, these are just so close. Hughes is a little bit more breaking out-ish. And again, NVIDIA still has room to rip. Love you, baby! Hmm. Still looking at our 1 hour here. Just dancing right at that EMA. Well, now our 15-minute range, 15-minute opening range is fully set. So our 50% price target would actually be 321. The crazy thing about that too, and let's just explain it before we lose too much time. Here's our trend line from Wednesday. Downward sloping trend line. It's a little bit hard to see, but this is our downward sloping trend line since Wednesday. And that's exactly where that trend line would be. That's exactly 50% of the move. So I think that's almost going to be a magnet. Who knows if we're going to go straight there? It seems like it almost wants to, but. And then the other crazy thing, let me just change this to the 30-minute, not to take up too much of our time here. Again, hard to see too much stuff on screen right now, but this is our all-time high of Wednesday, the 29th, and this trend line has been respected this entire time. It comes up and hits it. If it comes above it, it comes back down to touch it, came back down to touch it, came back up to touch it, consolidation zones. So we're kind of ping-ponging in between a 15-day-old trend line now. Oops, let's change this back to the 5. Ooh, we are breaking above it. That would be the next point to get above is 239. Then we're just going to rip. Wow, we're popping up pretty good. Man, it's almost a little late to the party now, but if we can get a retest of our VWAP and 9 EMA here, then that might be a nice entry. Mm. Look at that. Got to be proud of that one. Those are all like 50 to 70 point moves right there. That's not bad. Got a little teaser right here, and then kaboom. Nice big one right here. We really want this to come down. Even if it could come test the 160, that'd make you feel better about it. But does it just want to rip? Still pushing. Yeah, she just wants to push. All right. Can we get a little retracement, or is it just going to go right now? 950 candles in 40 seconds. Probably just not going to do too much, but maybe we wait for that. 25. So a little bit of a retracement. SPX is retracing back into its 15-minute range here. All right, I think we're going to pop in right now. I was hoping for it to come down a little bit, but it doesn't want to. It just wants to keep going, going, going. So our targets then, one's going to be at the top of this little consolidation, 241. Only a 10-pointer, I guess, for that guy. For our first one. But then our next ones, I mean, that 50% is 319. That seems way too high at the moment. 244. Starting to dance a little. Come on. I don't know. It has strength, but it might be coming back just a little. Ooh, come on. We need this candle to start pushing. There we go. Took a couple off. We're going to keep all these in profit today. See if we can just have a perfect game. Can we pitch a perfect game today? All right. So we're now up 530 on the day, 3 trades in, all 100% profitable. Hey, good morning, Charles. How we doing, bud? How we doing, sir? Pushing, pushing, pushing. 5 orb did it again. Yeah, 94 points, man. Yeah, we got a little piece of those. We got a 70 pointer up here, couple 60s and 50s. And then we got a little. I mean, I guess this wasn't the 5 minute. This was kind of a little bit early, but man, trend day. Trend day. Hold them longer on trend days. Let's see what this candle does. Can it come down to this body? It seems like 15-minute orb. Let me see. So we're pushing this candle I wanted to push. This is why I just took those five, if I'm being honest, because we were right at the top of this wick and we were starting to slow down. Now that we've broken that wick though, I mean, we really should target at least 283, and then previous close 293. But getting a little retracement here. Got some imbalances right below us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 candles above orb so far. So at some point, it usually comes down, at least retests. Is this our retest time? Retest target? SPX coming down just a little. But again, everything's solidly trending up. So I don't necessarily see a flush happening or anything like that. Just trying to be a little bit more patient to see if we can get a better re-entry. Because I'm pretty sure at some point today, we're going to hit that 319. $244. Nice, dude. 244. Yeah. Yeah, man, you've been catching some very good trades lately. Well, I shouldn't say lately. I've only known you for a week. Since I've known you, you've been catching some very good trades. All right, I like that wick. That's a nice wick. Are we just going to keep pushing? SPX is still pushing. Think about jumping in just small here with 2, just because I feel like, it's going to keep going. And it seems like it wants to do it. 52, yeah, 25,200. Yeah, man, it's hard. Once, I mean, it's just a different animal, right? It's a different animal going from demo to, prop accounts and or using real money, using just your own live account. That makes you pucker up pretty good. That's a good candle. That's a little bit of an uncertain candle. Even though it's green, it's a little uncertain. But still, it almost seems like this is just another bull flag that wants to play out. On the 5 minute, same thing. It's looking really good. This is a brand new 5 minute candle right now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, practice accounts. I know going God mode in the sandbox is pretty fun. Doing 30 contract minis and stuff like that, just seeing what the heck happens. Oh, sorry guys, not on the trade of it here. So getting kind of wicky. I don't know. Man, I keep wanting to jump in. It seems like it wants to pop sooner than later. I mean, and that's a good wick up, but that's not really the best wick. That's not really the best wick. Everything's still respecting everything though. Your stop would have to be, I mean, you kind of put a stop at 200, but then you're so close to view up as well. I think patience rules the day today. It's only been 4 minutes since my last trade. That's how impatiently patient I am. It's been 4 minutes, and I'm like, you know what? We're sitting here. Maybe we should put a trade on. No, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna watch the goats. That's what we're gonna do. There you go. That's what we're doing today. Let's see. 3 minutes left for this 1 hour candle. So honestly, that's what we're gonna wait for now. Now that we're way the heck over here. Let's see what this 1 hour candle does. It's got a nice little wick on the top of it. Kind of respecting that Asian low, which is weird. And the 1 hour's kind of crazy to see. It's still kind of downtrending since early morning. 5 minutes coming back down to hopefully just kiss the top of orb and then pop up, or is it going to come down to kind of our breakaway point here, which would match up with the EMA is 155. That is what short. Dude, I gotta get a camera where the chickens are. So the problem is again, like you guys know, it's a 3 acre property. Um, so the ducks, we don't actually have chickens, we have ducks. Oh, my cursor isn't working on this screen like that. But you can see the goats, you can see the black fence directly above the goats. Really far in the distance, you can barely make out this little blue thing. That's like a huge goat structure that's down there that we made with like spools and slides and stuff. Right behind that, you can see there's just barely a little metal roof. That's our duck house. That's where all the ducks are. We have 13 ducks. Two of our ducks got murdered though, unfortunately. And it was the kid's favorite one, of course. Either a bobcat or a coyote or something. Man, so we were correct to be hesitant, which is always a good thing to reinforce, right? Impatiently patient. No crocodiles, dude. I mean, man, I gotta get my lake cam set up because we got a nice view right here. And two doors down actually is the she's an 8-time world champion water skier. She's absolutely phenomenal. And now that it's cold out again, she practices on our lake instead of her she has another secondary private lake too. But so we get to see some crazy boating and rips out there. But no, just gators, no crocodiles. Crocodilios. Is this our first little bearish movement? Little bear flag starting to form. EMAs are curling just a little. But I would still be surprised. Well, who the heck knows? I mean, I don't know. When you look at the 5 minute, shoot, yeah. I mean, and again, sorry, this is now so like kind of squished and small. But I guess we got to always remind ourselves, even though we've been in such a bull market, now for the past 15 days, we are steadily downtrending. Even though we have these nice pops, we are still boop, 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 downtrending. This is almost a little consolidation box right here. That was from Sunday. So that's why we're getting some strong. Well, that's kind of why we came back to that range there. And look at that. Yeah, it went right to basically the top of it. And that's where we stalled out. So if we can break this high, then we just got to break 291. If we can break 291, then we're definitely going to our 320 target. But again, like we just talked about, we are downtrending. Only you understand that chart. Well, that's what I'm trying to explain it to you guys too. I mean, you're seeing the lines, you're seeing the trend line. I think it's at least easy enough to see. You gotta definitely ignore all the noise, ignore all the colors. Just try to look at that line and that. But yeah, basically just affirming overall picture is down. I'm a little bit bullish on the day because I think that we're going to hit this price target here, hit the top of this trend line, and then probably continue our path down for a little bit. But trend is your friend, so who knows? Maybe we won't hit it. Maybe we'll just pop down. Can't ignore all the lines and numbers, retest, gap test, too much going on. Yeah, it's a lot. I agree. It's a lot of data. I love data. That's my thing. I absorb data. The more data points I can have, kind of the better. Though it definitely can definitely have you second guess yourself as well. Man, crazy to think we were talking about that when we were way the heck up here. We were talking about a 170 retest, top of these kind of wicks and bodies and stuff, and here we are. Might even come all the way down to 155, touch the bottom of them, and really touch the breakaway. Breakaway is at like 128. Well, I guess you could almost consider breakaway at 058. 50 EMA and key levels. That whole KISS theory, right? Keep it simple, stupid. That's how it was when I went to the BDH too. It was funny because he had like three TVs set up for me. I sat down, I started inputting stuff, and he's like, "No, you don't need any of that." And then took away two of the TVs and just like, "Here, you're only focusing on this VWAP and EMAs, and that's it." And I'm like, "All right." But honestly, I don't know. I didn't do as well with just that stuff. It was just a little bit too simplified. Man, let's see if we're gonna break. This is kind of nuts, huh? London high, Asian high, low, previous day. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, that's basically what my 1 hour is. Which, look at that. Basically stalled out right where these bodies were. We're at this body now. To come down to these bodies would be 78. That would still be, 70-point move from now. Trying to be a little bit patient once again. We're below VWAP, we're below EMA, so technically shorts are in play now. I mean, so far that's over. That's quite a good sinker actually. That would have been a good move to catch. $10.04. 78. Man, 78. I don't want to go against the trend, but temporary trend. But it almost seems like, yeah, shorts are in play down to 78. So Charles, which EMA do you like best, bud? Like, do you go off and you only have the 50 EMA, and then is the 50 EMA on what? Do you trade off the 2 minute? Are you a 2 minute? I couldn't remember. Or do you stick to higher time frames? Hey, Jose, how we doing, bud? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you are doing well so far. We're doing pretty good here. We're up 530 on the day. We made three trades, all 100% profitable so far. We caught a nice 70 pointer right here. But now we're kind of impatiently being patient. There's my new word of the day. 5 minute, 50 EMA on the 5 minute. I don't even know if I have it. I got my 9 and 21. So, are we still sneaking down? Is the question. Friendship finally turned blue. But honestly, don't give this thing too much weight. I guess because it broke this candle is why it's saying that. Dang, this definitely looks like a nice bear flag. Should we try it? I think so. Let's see. Bear flag breaking. Is it? Boom, boom, boom. 30 seconds left of this candle. Seven. Ooh, is it gonna break? 20 seconds left. Yeah, I should have entered. Got to my screen just a little bit late, and we were already close to the bottom of this bati here. We've wicked 3 times. New candle. Hmm. That's still a big stop, though. 40-point stop. It's hard, too, because my first 3 trades have all been buys to go long. I haven't shorted yet. Oh, it is breaking, though. Shoot. All right. Let her break, then. Because our target was going to be down here at first target right here. Oh, I don't want 2, though. I want 1 target here, which is 59. Start bringing this down a little. Shoot, same thing. This should just be 1. Sorry, I'm still getting used to doing multiple orders at the same time. Ooh, was that one of our stops? Nope. Oop. Oh shit, I just did the wrong thing too. Hold on. Hold on, people. Bear with me. All right, everything's in profit there. We got 1 at break even, 2 in profit. Gonna hit our secondary price target right, hopefully now. No, it's gonna retrace to the stop, you bastard. Come on. All right. 1 stop got out, 2 stop got out. No, the average actually shook that one up to a little bit. Still 547 on the day now. Not bad. Man, the way that was going though, just thinks that again you have a 50-point candle right here that you're just trying to battle the stop with. So she might come back to touch this EMA here and then keep going, or just keep going. Ten. New 5-minute candle. So look at that. Those were the bodies we were talking about. That was the original price target, 078. So pop through that original price target. We got that secondary one. And now it's starting to pop a little bit back up again. On the 5-minute, we're pushing this body, so that's a good sign. We got to break EMA, but then we got to break this wick. Huh. I mean, it's kind of unfortunately a hard one again because it should start going back up, but now we're starting to trend down. The only thing needed to come up, break, do another just tiny retest, and then you'll feel a little bit more comfortable about your stop. So below VWAP, below EMAs, the general rule is we're only looking for shorts. We're downtrending not for that long, but for the last 20 minutes. But this was basically our, break above orb, come back down to midway point, jump off of our little trend support. And then rip. We just have to make sure that this isn't a 5-minute bear flag that's forming. Because that happened, I think, twice, 3 times last week. That we came up to the top side of orb or vice versa, bottom side of orb, reversed, rejected, came all the way to the bottom, reversed, rejected, and then sprung through or sprung below. So, but this is showing some good strength. Just at the very least, you got to have it break this zone now. Yes, to break the 150s. And then you're so close to VWAP. So again, man, it's just kind of a tight one right now. Trying to be patient. 547. 547. We do not want to give it back. 547, 15 minutes. This definitely seems like it wants to push though. At least to the top of, back to the 200s maybe. Hmm. Yeah. Impatiently patient, right? Because there's no real confirmation. And you're trying to go long against a VWAP, and we're trying to go long when the EMAs are curling down, and those are two good reasons to. That's a good wick, though. Let's try to kill some of this noise. Switch to the 2-minute really quick. Man, he's still just showing a lot of strength. EMAs are trying to flip on the 2-minute. I'm bullish if we close 5-minute candle over 50 OMA, but I also think we're going to go sideways here. Yeah, we could, man. It's 10:15 now. Just basically burn the premium, right? Burning the option premium for those trading options. Just start ping ponging. Ping, 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 ping. Yeah, it's crazy. Again, these are 30-point candles. This is on the 2-minute, but still. Patience. That is my recommendation. Patience. Let's talk about chickens and dogs for now. Literally, man. What kind of questions you guys got for the chickens and the dogs? Or honestly, as we consolidate, what questions you guys have? Hey, buddy, we're doing good, man. Yeah, literally, time to just hang out. It's kind of time. It's kind of hangout hour right now, man. We're doing pretty darn good. We're up 547 on the day. We've taken now 4 trades. We're living in the land of micros again, trying to do usually 5 buys at a time and then fanning out the sell and buy orders. But we're kind of all in agreement that we might just be in this Chop zone now. Choppity 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 chop. Here for the smiles, not for the trades. Ha ha. I mean, literally, here we go. Oh, that didn't work. Let's see. There it is. There's the heroes. Ah, shoot, where the heck are they? They ran away. They're gone. The goat said to heck with you guys. Not just gonna hang out all day for you. Yeah, usually they're right on top of that surfboard or the bar cart. So they must be in the little barn. I wish my oh actually this is showing up, isn't it? That's nice. So yeah, this is their barn. We shut them in the barn at nighttime. This is the door. We lock it up and everything. It's got like a little spinny latch and shit. Because when they were babies, raccoons are assholes and they like to kill for fun. And they actually are big enough and strong enough to kill goats. Um, yeah, trend shift is just bop a bop a bop a bop a bop a bop. Still downtrending though. So who knows? I mean, I think we're gonna get just a big random candle at some point, either up or down. And then we gotta see, is that the trap or is that the direction? Smile trades. Do you grow anything inside the barn? Something you can smoke? No, we don't grow any any weed or anything like that. No, man. I mean, I'm a huge proponent of it, though. Don't get me wrong. Florida's a medical state, and actually, that was one of my businesses that I owned was a like a I don't know dabbing accessory company, basically. But no, I've never actually grown myself. I have a lot of friends that have grown stuff though. If we flip the 15-minute orb, gonna look for shorts. Yeah, I mean, which is 956. Well, I guess that's not that far from here. 100 points. 100 points from here. That's not that far. Yeah, and then way out here, you can just barely see the movement. But here's our ducks right above my cursor. And there's like a giant pool out here that's like their pond and stuff. Starting to think about sinking. We're right at the bottom of that previous candle. Hey, thanks, guys. Yeah, it's been a dream. We just moved in a year and a half ago now or something. And again, we have our 7-year-old, we have our 5-year-old. There's one of the pastures is just an open acre pasture, so we mow it specifically in like a Formula One style track. So it's a go-kart track. So we have like a bunch of Coleman go-karts and mini bikes and stuff like that. And my 7-year-old is just really talented at all that stuff, man. He friggin' flies. We have him they go like 25 miles an hour or something like that. But just about every single day we're out there ripping and racing. And then Jetty, my poodle pup that's sitting underneath me right now, he can keep up with it all too. Sold at 106 to 63. Oh man, where's the call out? Let's see, 106. 63. Nice, dude. Which, how funny, I did the exact opposite. Not, I didn't have that large of a range, but I bought at 88 and sold at 72. Never mind, that was only a 14er. But I was in the opposite direction of you. I caught a 14 pointer um, long really quick. Or was that also a short? And I guess that was also a short. Sell, sell, sell. Do you handle all the chores? How old am I? What am I? I'm 37. Yeah, 37 years old. No, I mean my wife and I, we're a complete team, she doesn't have like a full-time position that she's doing or anything either. We've just been hanging out with the kids and everything else. I mean, this morning, so we homeschool our kids, but we also drop them off at like a homeschooling, I don't know, not like homeschooling commune, but it's kind of like that, it's like-minded homeschoolers and stuff like that. So he goes to that twice a week so that he can interact with other kiddos and stuff. Yeah, it really does kind of seem like cells are starting to take some shape, but still, I mean, like we talked about, we're just ping ponging in the same stinking range, just barely breaking it and just going to go right to the top of it again, too. So this morning, she got the kids up, she made them breakfast and stuff. While she's doing that, I'm out, I'm doing letting the goats out. You got to feed the goats, you got to let the ducks out, you got to feed the ducks, you got to empty their pond, you got to refill the pond. So I did all that stuff. Came back in, fed the youngest one, fed the turtle. We have a turtle and a bunch of fish. But no, we kind of I don't know, man. Especially because having having 2.5 years off together, you learn to know each other so well. And we're just actually kind of a decent team now. The only thing I really don't do is I don't know how to, do laundry. I don't do my own laundry, but I know how to fold. So yesterday I was helping fold like the mountain of laundry. Do you milk the goats? No, they're not. They've never been pregnant. They're only a year and a half old so far. So they still have another like 6 months until you can technically like breed them. But just like humans, which is kind of crazy to think about, um, they don't produce milk unless they're pregnant. And then once you get them pregnant for the first time, then as long as you keep milking them, they'll produce milk from then on. But you do need to get them pregnant first to like get that whole process started. But my wife wants to. We just opened up our farm stand actually on Saturday, and listen to this, guys. We made like 260, 270 bucks from our farm stand. So that was actually really exciting because it was just we were selling sourdough. My wife made a whole bunch of sourdough bread. When they do, you make cheese and sell it. Yeah, exactly, dude. Or even, I mean, there's a lot of like healthcare products too. My wife is very, very, very holistic. So she makes her own like body scrubs, and she wanted to milk the goats to start making her own like lotions and creams and blah 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 blah. Oh, there you go. Betsy's trying to come in. Our cute little cow, a cute little cowgirl. And yeah, I mean, still, I guess I'm in complete agreement with you guys. I don't necessarily want to trade this yet. It seems like we're just slowly downtrending, but we're also just kind of choppy, barcodey. I still think there's going to be a big candle sooner than later. Same thing, just showing all screens really quick. Look at all this consolidation, 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 consolidation. NVIDIA never closed its gap, so that might be just the eventual fuel, as if it can get on the other side of the EMA, pop back above, pop up. Maybe that'll bring us up to, yeah, just basing. Look at that. Hmm. Oh, that was it. She went away again. I don't even know where she went. But yeah, so the fence line, holy jeez, guys, listen to this. So this fence, these slats are too big at first for the goats could like sneak through, and they're children. They just they're toddlers. They love to cause chaos and escape every second. So oh, there you go. So that spacing was too big. So we actually it's 1,000 feet. It's 1,000. I guess linear is that the correct thing? 1,000 feet of fence line going here, down here, down here, down here, back around here, back around here, back here. So we had to reinforce it with metal goat wire. So that's what you're seeing there. And insanely enough, the goats were actually a Christmas present to the 7 and 5 year olds. So they didn't know about any of this. We had the goats lined up, we had the fencing lined up. We sent them to my parents' house for like 2 or 3 days, and during those 2 or 3 days, we had to staple by hand 1,000 linear feet of this metal fencing, which is very heavy when it's a big roll too. And then, reinforce, we built, goat beds in there and the goat pasture out here and all this other stuff. It was nuts. Yeah, dude, sourdough. It's so funny too. I went to the University of Buffalo, and I was a Division 1 track athlete actually. And so like, we'd have our athletic profile or whatever that asks you, what is your favorite movie? What is your favorite food? All that silly stuff. So I literally put as my favorite food just bread. I just love bread. So now my wife is on her sourdough era, and I'm just absolutely loving life here. Yeah, this 1 hour just slowly coming down. Man, sorry guys, definitely been a lot more of a just kind of boring wait and see day. But I guess this is honestly kind of reinforcing good habits as well, right? We're not just jumping into a trade, we're kind of waiting for our setup here. Yeah, I would love to get a donkey. We talked about that. They're hit or miss though. They're kind of assholes half the time. And they're just very loud. Like they're always making that donkey noise, just constant over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. But we almost considered getting that. And now I'm just showing you guys an empty goat pen because they don't even want. Oh, there we go. Just trying to poke her head out. Could you imagine if we saw a coyote run in here? I mean, that's literally what happened. We were letting our ducks just free range. They were just running around the yard, and a coyote or bobcat just came racing in, grabbed it, hugged, jumped the fence, and ran into the woods. Donkey sausage is popular. Yo, start hustling some donkey meat. We could. Look at this. It's thinking about. So we were thinking shorts. Now we're really at the top of our range here. Watch it break the range and decide, nope, we're going up instead. Since 10:04. Shit, it's already 10:30. We've just been rambling for 30 minutes now. There's a goat meat farm just up the street actually, which I'm very conflicted about because I have goats. Oh no. But I get it. I mean, not that I eat goat, but I don't mind lamb. There's a couple lamb places around here that are just really good, especially some buttered chicken. Look at that. Trend shift shows we're getting strength. This is looking like a bull flag now. But again, we're just barely at the top. And look at these wicks kind of rejecting off that area. Are we going to pop or not? So, for those of you joining us right now, we're in this lovely consolidation chop zone where we don't want to trade because there's no point. Now it's starting to, for the first time, look like it's trying to push up, but we're just right at the top of our zone here, consolidation zone. So, and we're right below the VWAP. So there's just as good of a chance that now we just push right back down to the bottom of our zone. Another 60 points. That would be a big stop. You could have a stop here at 100. Looking at the 5 minute, yeah, same thing. How about you guys? What do you guys do for fun besides trying to eat donkey sausage? We actually talked about getting a little mini horse too, or the donkey could potentially protect, the herd against the coyotes and bobcats. The thing that I would really like to do, I just haven't decided yet because they're kind of expensive. They're like 5 grand. But I was almost thinking about surprising my wife with a Highland cow for Christmas. She would love that. But then I'd have to redo that barn a little bit too. So it's just, there's a lot of work. So again, look at this. Just bullshit chop. Whoops. Let's do this one. Came here, showing strength, came up to the VWAP, nope, crashing back down. So we don't want to take trades like that. You could have taken a gamble, I guess, because we were at VWAP and just say, hey, okay, I'll put a short on. But yeah, it did. Yeah, I know it, man. Looking for sells, rejected VWAP. But we'd have to punch back through, What's to say this next candle doesn't revert? I mean, here, again, look at the 5 minute. Bing, 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 bing. Hmm. So pivot point, of course, at 25,000. So if we do finally break this consolidation zone, then 25,000 might be the next target, like 25,005. And this is the 2 minute right now too, so there's a little bit less noise, but so popped up 20. Let's see. I mean, again, yeah, you should be looking for shorts because everything's curling down. But I don't think I want to join that party just yet. Little imbalance right here. Look at that. I was trying to start to form a little bit of a bull flag too. Weekend was awesome, man. We had a good weekend. Um, Honestly, didn't do too much though. Size for zero, Greg. It's just an eval. Size for zero. If it goes wrong, you learn. So what do you mean? You're saying you're just sizing down? You're trying a smaller size? Size for zero. But yeah, I guess we didn't actually. Oh wait, man, sorry. Just so many things. I feel like we do so much stuff in my day to day that my brain just kind of shuts down. Just I'm almost on like autopilot half the time. It's just like, oh, now we're doing this. Now we're doing this. Now we're doing this. Now we're doing this. So one cool thing we did yesterday was we saw a drone show. It's my first time seeing like one of those drone shows where they create the pictures in the sky and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. Take a trade and I don't care if I lose. I am ready to go zero. Oh yeah, true, man. Yeah, true, 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 true. I mean, that was me Friday. It unfortunately went to zero. you know. But then right afterwards, I got that $700 dollar trade. So makes you feel a little bit better. I just don't want to mess up my drawdown and stuff like that this first day. But definitely looking like it's trying to form a little bit of a bear flag now. I haven't used my boat in forever either. We haven't gone boating in like 2 months. The lakes are cold now, but we have wetsuits and all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to get my 7 year old kind of amped up to jump in the water for me because we haven't gone surfing in forever. Yeah, this is just a 50K. Yes, sir. It's a Legends one. Only $37. It was 70% off. There's no good. When we go fishing with your boat and we invite Patrick's wife, haha, yeah, girlfriend. Man, she's an intense human too. We all went to Top Golf with each other and just got ultra competitive right away. She, started talking about kind of her lineage of golf history and stuff like that. Patrick was like, "Man, you don't even play golf," and she's like, "I used to play golf 200 times a summer or something like that." And it was just insane. It got a little intense. Um, I don't know, probably a mixture of both, right? But at the same time, even though they met 2 years ago, and again, I don't know really Patrick like that. I don't know his finances or anything like that, but he wasn't making $11 million a year 2 years ago. Like I think he maybe made his first mill a year like 2 years ago or something like that. So when he met her, actually, I think well, she didn't have the Pilates studio yet because I think he paid for the entire studio and stuff. But the studio in itself is doing like half a mil or 600,000 a year right now alone. So that studio is actually doing really well, and they plan on opening up another like 12 locations or something. So I mean, as long as that goes through successfully, that should be a pretty big booming business. That's going to be quite a multiple million-dollar business a year. So yeah, I definitely think that this is a YouTube channel now, right? Can't just air out people's stuff. But no, I think that they're in a good place. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that little story. Yeah. I think the biggest thing that would break them up is if he doesn't end up like showing his oh man, yeah, we shouldn't even talk about like this. But no, it just needs to. They just need to make sure that they consider it their money and not his money. And as long as they do that, and he, shows his appreciation towards the Pilates studio and what she's growing, and he's done multiple posts about it and everything. As long as he continues to, yeah, yeah, right, appreciate the value she's bringing, I think they'll be great. It's only for us here, right? Yeah, but then, and not there's a lot of views, but after we end these streams, people do keep watching them. Like I'll have maybe I don't know 60 views or something like that while we do the live, and then once the live is ended, I'll get another maybe like 80 views on it or something like that, which is kind of funny. Man, again, just this consolidated chop zone, right? Boom, 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 boom. It got up here, and we almost thought, hey, maybe this is when it's breaking out. Maybe it's gonna break above and pop, and it didn't. Boom, just came right back down. And then same thing, it didn't sledge down too quick. Now it's just consolidating again. So is this first a whoop, go back up, or is it gonna finally boop and drop back down? Radon's like, hey man, we're all in the treehouse of trust here. We're all in the treehouse of trust. But no, my wife is way more my style of person. I mean, you can, go to my Instagram. I gotta imagine there's photos of my wife on Instagram. Yeah, she's quite cute too. She won in college because we met in college and everything. She won the best body challenge when we were drinking one night, and we won like a $500 bar tab or something like that. And we've been together now for I don't know 10 years, 15, 25, 10 years. Yeah, we've been married for 10 years. So I'm 37, married for 10 years. We've been together for, I don't even know, probably 14, 15 years, 16 years, something like that. But yeah, she's my style of person. She makes sourdough. Victoria's not making no sourdough. Boom, 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 boom. Man, what a boring hour. Boom. We're definitely gonna get a big move. Yeah, she makes good Pilates. You're right. Actually, my wife and I almost opened up, coincidentally enough, we almost opened up a Pilates studio like 8 months ago. We sat down with our accountant and everything. We had our business plan formulated and just couldn't get the numbers to work. We were going to do the reformer machines. So it was like maybe $120,000 total build out and stuff like that. But then the monthly was going to be about, I don't know, like 11,000 a month in overhead with like salaries and blah 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 to trainers. Boom, coming right back up. So we just couldn't get the numbers to work, if I'm being honest. They were just a little bit too tight for us. I still think it probably would have been successful, but it was definitely a gamble. And at 11,000 bucks a month, that just chews you up pretty quick. Man, still no excitement here. This little guy just barely poking her head out. Where she hates it whenever I take the poodle out, he races all around here and then just slams in here as fast as he can. When he was half the size, when he was like 25 pounds, the goats would headbutt him. He'd come racing up to him and they would just slam him so hard. You'd hear his head just knock. Mm. I don't know, guys. I'd love to put on another trade, but I want it to be the correct trade. And right now, this is all just boom, 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 boom. I mean, you could do a chop trade, which is basically right here. You'd short right here with your target down here, and then your stop would be right here. One, two, three is the third time that it's going to break. Actually, going to break. We'll do it just because I'm bored. Which unfortunately now I didn't even get the best entry on it. So we'd have to kind of go above this VWAP. Let's see if we're going to continue down or not. Risking about 120 bucks on it, which isn't great. 50, no, it's about 100. Risking about 100 on it. One, two, three is third time the charm. We're below VWAP, we're below EMAs. At the very least, maybe this trade will get the market going. Put a trade on just so I can get stopped out, and then at least we're going to start going up. Or, you know, the makers watching the stream are finally like, okay, now we can go. We can screw up Greg. Good wick down. Oh, but how long is it going to take? I mean, look at this. Once this came to the bottom of the range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that was 10 candles down here. Now this is at the top of the range. Are we going to get 10 candles that are at the top? Definitely don't want that. Don't want to sit through that. It's going to take way too long. So EMA is curling up. We're still below VWAP. This is starting to form a little bit more of a bearish looking flag, but again, we're still just trending down and everything. Really, this wasn't the best entry. We should have waited till we were up here, and then we could have targeted the bottom of this chop even, but let's put a trade on and see what happens. 1, 2, 3. What time is it? 10:47. In 3 minutes. Yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind, I guess. In 2.5 minutes, we get that little volume push, our 1050 volume push. We can break this candle. This will look a heck of a lot better. This is still looking like a bull flag. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we had a kaboom. Are we going to have a kaboom here? SPX is looking a little better. Like it wants to curl up. What time is it? Again, 2 more minutes. Pushing. Everything's pushing. Is this the fake out or is this the actual push? Man, still big range. Big candle range here. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, really, this is starting to trend up a little bit now. I guess I'd almost feel better in my buy gamble than in a sell gamble. Got 45 seconds for that volume. Watch that volume just be one quick little whoop. Just one quick little wiki up. If this comes below my, oh, there we go. I might take one of these off early actually, just because of that 950 volume. I'm keeping the other one basically where I took the other one out because I don't want that. Not that the volume is huge at 950, but I still don't want it to go, you know, rip up on me or anything like that. Got 15 seconds left. We might get stopped out before it. 10 seconds. Yeah, we got stopped. That's okay. Again, I just didn't want to play that volume just in case. 3 seconds. Let's see if anything even happens. Nope. Nothing happened. Still not bad. We're 4 or 5 trades in, 577 on the day. Basically 100% profitability. There was, I think, one squeaker here that, yeah, that was my only one that ended up going negative. Everything else was positive. Yeah, not a bad day. It's 10:50 now. Honestly, I might just give it 10 more minutes and call it good. Fresh account, 577 on it. No reason to give it back. It's not a bad day. How are you guys doing today? Making some good trades? Man, look at that sink though. Could have held it to the full price target. I got a little bit chickened out by that 950, which literally did nothing. It gave us this tiny little pop up and that was it. Here's a good question. What do you guys think of that new logo? Look at that guy. I thought that was kind of cool. Got that merch line coming out soon. Man, I mean, literally, what a just an hour of paint drying, you know? Hour of bullshit. Got a slight imbalance up here, which we're ripping up to now. Hmm. Got 7 minutes left on the. Dude, prop firms loving this price action. Hell yeah, man. They're just getting kiddos to blow up their accounts left and right. Bring me them young and dumb and hungry. Hmm. Maybe if we draw the box, it'll break out of it sooner than later. There's our box, friends. We got to break the box. Or, we can do the same thing. Wait till it comes up here. Take a little short with your stop being like 165. Just do like a little 20-point stop above VWAP. That might be a good play too if it pops back up. Yeah, especially it's just slowly wedging like this. These two candles here didn't break these two candles here. And these candles didn't break these candles. So this is slowly going in this direction. This is slowly going in this direction. Eventually the wedge is going to pop. That is a big old bear underneath me right now. Man, sorry this is so boring, guys. I have nothing else to say. Usually I'm rambling price action, but right now it's just rambling the same damn thing over and 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 over again. Just a boring day. Just a good old boring day. Not even get any goat action. Not even get any good goat action. Just getting nothing. Nope. Just a little teaser. It's like, ooh, we're gonna break. No, we're not. Fuck you. Ooh, no. The fuck. Ugh. frustrating. At least we're not playing it, you know. At least we didn't mess up our boop, 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 boop. P and L. All right, that'll be my plan. We'll give it 3 more minutes. We'll see what the hour opens up. If it's still doing the same thing, I might walk away by like 11:10 today. Not a bad day of work. This is a good trade. Almost to the bottom of these candles. Which again, reminding us that's that good old trend line. Yeah. That's a long trend line to still be intact. And it's providing a lot of support right now, even though it's a downtrend line. I don't know. Do you guys only trade NQ? Or do you guys trade other things as well? Ooh, right at the base of our consolidation box. So again, if you were daring enough to go against wind direction, underneath VWAP, underneath EMAs, this might be a good time to go long with a stop right here and a target like here. But you never know. This could be the time where it finally breaks and goes down with our new 1 hour. For the most part. Yeah, me too, man. For the most part. Well, for the all part. It's either NQ or MNQ. Never really branched out yet. Damn, there it goes. So yeah, there could be your little, you know. You go short, I did go long. Yeah, man. Look at that. Your long is working out already. I mean, I think it's just consolidated shop. I think it is probably just going to go friggin' right out back to the top of that, which is almost 100 point. I mean, you can get 100 points off of it. It's not bad. And then for the 1 hours, right at the bottom again. So you'd almost presume, based on these previous candles, that we might have a wick down at least. It's only like a 30 point. Maybe we'd have like a little 30-point wick down to get the bears excited, then pop back up. Then over the next hour, we're going to rip all the way back up 200 points, 150 points. Little sneaky devils. Yeah, look, starting to try to push. Trying to push that wick. Push that wick down. Pretty good rejection off the EMAs. Interesting if this is finally it. Ooh, there you go. But again, we talked about that 1 hour forming that wick. So that could be all this is. This might just be our wick down to form that wick, and then we're going to go back up to the top of this, you know, top of our bodies. It did break the previous wick, though. So But yeah, is this the sinker or is this just getting bears excited? Oof, it seems like it's sinking now. Pivot point on the 5 minute, again, the 25,000. Still got 40 seconds left of this candle. Bottom of the consolidation zone was 21. SPX breaking, Q's breaking, everything else breaking. Could be our short time. I'm being a little bit more hesitant just because I've already, I'm above my kind of target for the day. And I don't want to give it back on just a friggin' last minute YOLO play. Man, if it breaks this wick, yeah. Do I do back testing? Not, I guess, in the normal sense. I mean, like we kind of talked about the other day, I review my notes, I'd say. Like, so this live stream is basically like my journal. I go back in at the end of the day, saw what we did right, saw what we did wrong, kind of what our thought processes was around the setups and stuff. But for the most part, I'm targeting, 5 minute orb, 15-minute orb. Those have been back tested to death. So we already kind of know that there's some good validity to those decisions. Um, Otherwise, just the simplified rules. If we're below EMAs, below VWAP, we're looking for shorts. If we're above, we're looking for longs. And then amongst all that noise, we're looking for bear flags, bull flags. But, stuff like this just makes a lot of sense to me too. This is kind of more like D Money's teaching, right? Is looking at these wicks here. Now, it did break that wick, so that does give us actually a lot of weakness. But otherwise, no, I've never really kind of like just put in a parameter and then ran the simulation and see like, hey, based on the previous 100 days or something, how does this work out? This looks like a pretty good bull flag starting to form, but bear flag, sorry, bear flag starting to form. But again, I hate it when it just barely breaks ranges like this. And then keep in mind, we're just in the middle of our 15 minute, right at that support line. We created that bottom wick that we wanted to create. So just some uncertainty. Yeah, I 100% agree. 100% agree. I'm definitely one of those people that I'm always, I don't know, every day, I mean, it seems like it's every hour, I'm kind of self reflecting, and seeing, hey, this kind of worked out today. Hey, this didn't kind of work out today. Man, bear flag. It's getting me tempted to jump in. I'm just going to jump in with one little guy here so it doesn't screw up our day. Let's see. That pivot point once again was, well, 25,000 basically. Just above it. Yeah. Considering keeping it a profit, just again, this is the last one of the day. Not that it's going to be a huge amount or anything, but let's not give anything back. Is it going to hit the PT? We honestly don't care. All right. 594 bucks on the day. It's 11:06. That's a pretty darn good day. And again, hey, Charles, this is a perfect example as well. I went into this thing thinking, minis would be the way that I'll just really be trading minis, on this channel. But I'm starting to realize doing 5 micros allows me to hold trades, a little bit better, generally speaking. Like this guy here again, 5 micros. I wouldn't have held one mini this long. So being able to kind of fan things out, that's already a brand new strategy for me. Just tested today. So yeah, man, I agree. The videos now compared to a year from now, I can't even imagine the difference. It's gonna be nuts. I mean, hopefully, I'm gonna be one of those guys that got my freaking microphone right here. Maybe my. Oh no, did I not even show that trade? I don't even think I showed that trade, did I? That was dumb. Yeah, this is just a real little guy, 10 pointer. Just squeaked a 10 pointer out for my last trade. But yeah, maybe like our new little logo here too. Maybe we'll get that highlighted behind us or something. We'll see. We'll see how everything develops. But like always, guys, I thoroughly appreciate you guys being here with me. Hopefully, we'll just keep learning and growing. And yeah, exactly. Only if you don't quit. Exactly, man. We just got to keep blasting through, and every day we're getting better. And it's going to be a heck of a, I don't know, it's a really, really fun journey so far. So just excited to keep it continuing. The logo's cool, right, man? I thought so too. I mean, it's just quick. It was ChatGTP, created it, and then I ran it through a couple different things to do a tweak here, tweak there, tweak here, and then finally got to it. So yeah, again, that's pretty incredible the day and age that we're living in that you can get something done like that just from the comfort of your phone. Man, right at the pivot point. Yeah, I don't want to mess around anymore. I mean, it's not a bad day for trading really, but we don't want the we don't want to give away what we made. All right, guys. We'll see you bright and early. Thanks, man. Right? It's fucking cool, man. Because my whole thing too, like we have a very surfer lifestyle and stuff. So I like the waves and like, the market moves in waves. There's a Patrick saying. I love the candles. I love the thing. It was good. I loved it. All right, we'll see you guys again bright and early tomorrow. 9:25. We'll get after it and keep this journey going. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.